Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'll show you how to download, install and set up Android Studio latest version step by step on your computer and then create your very fast Android app. This tutorial is perfect for beginners who want to start Android app development in 2026. By the end of this video, Android Studio latest version will be fully installed, properly set up, and you will have your fast working Android app running on your screen. So let's get started. First, open your Google Chrome browser, or you can choose any browser you want. In the address bar, type download Android Studio. In the search result, click on the link which will appear here from developer.android.com. This will take you to the official Android Studio website. On this page, you can see the current latest version of Android Studio. If you want to confirm this version, click on Release Notes. Here you will see the most recent version name. For example, at the time of recording, it shows Android Studio Auto Feature Dev 2. When you watch this video, the version name might be different, but the download and installation steps will be exactly the same. Go back to the download page. Click on Download Android Studio button. A window will appear with terms and conditions. Scroll down, tick the checkbox, and then click the Download Android Studio button once again. The Android Studio installer file will be start downloading. Wait until the download is complete. This may take a few minutes depending on your internet speed. Once the download is finished, go to your download folder and double click on the installer file. If Windows asks for permission, click Yes to allow the installer to run. The Android Studio setup wizard will open. First screen, click on Next. Now we'll see a screen where you can choose which component to install. Make sure both options are selected, Android Studio, Android Virtual Device. With both items checked, click on Next. On the next screen, you can choose the installation location. You can keep the default location. Now click on Install. The installation process will begin. This step may take a few minutes. During this time, the installer will copy all the necessary files and may download some additional components. Do not close the window and wait until the progress bar reaches 100%. When the installation is complete, you will see a confirmation screen. Click on Next from here. Now click Finish. When Android Studio opens for the first time, you will need to complete a few basic setup steps. Now you see Help Improvement Android Studio window. Choose Don't Send from here. A welcome window is appeared. Click on Next from here. On the Setup Type screen, choose Standard Setup. This option installs all the recommended tools automatically, which is the best for beginners. Click on Next. Now we'll see the SDK Components setup window. This includes the Android SDK Emulator and required platform tools. Keep everything selected and click on Next. In the next step, you will be asked to accept the license agreement. Select Accept, then click on Next. You see the Downloading Components window. Android Studio will download and install all required components. This process may take a few minutes depending on your internet speed. Once it's completed, Android Studio will be fully set up and ready to use. Finally, click Finish. Once all the setup and downloads are completed, you will see the Android Studio welcome screen. From this screen, click the New Project to start creating your fast Android application. Now Android Studio will show a list of project templates. Select Empty Views Activity, which is the best option for beginners, and then click Next. On the next screen, you need to configure your project. First, enter your app name. You can choose any name you like. For example, my first app. I am giving the app name my first app. Next, choose the programming language. You see Kotlin, which is the officially recommended language for Android app development, but I am going to select Java. After that, select the minimum as choose API 24. Now we need to select build configuration language. I am going to select Groovy for Java. Once everything looks good, click on Finish. Android Studio will now create the project and start building it using Gradle. This process may take a few moments, so please wait. If the project opens successfully without any errors, and you can see the main project file on the screen. Congratulations! Android Studio has been successfully installed and your first Android app project is ready. Now you are well set to start Android app development. Now that the project has been created successfully, let's run the app on the Android emulator. First, look at the top toolbar in the Android Studio. Before click the run button, I am going to change the app screen text hello world to my first app. Now click on run button. Android Studio will build the app and launch the emulator. The emulator may take a few moments to start for the first time. When the emulator boots up, your app will automatically install and open the virtual device. If you see your app running on the emulator screen, congratulations, your app is running successfully. You have now completed the full setup and execution for the first Android app.